Master Bruce. He's such a dark, sad, lonely, melancholy night. Poor Master Bruce, poor Mr. Wayne, lonely caboose on a one-car train.
If you were to boil this music down into one theme, and I acknowledge how much this sounds like a cheesy after-school special, it would be about the power of friendship. This song does a great job of kicking off that idea by specifically looking at Batman. Batman is desperate to have a friend in his life. This song not only demonstrates that, but also demonstrates how he got to be that way. After Batman's parents died, Alfred made a vow to protect him, and at his own admission, failed. In an attempt to protect him, he shielded him from the bad of the world, but also inadvertently shielded him from the good of the world as well. It led to this emotionally stunted version of Batman that we see in the musical. This version of Batman is definitely more childlike than any other version, and this part of the song shows why. There's also this really clever bit in the first part of the song, either done intentionally or just as a happy coincidence. This is not something that I actually noticed before, but as Alfred is singing, he mentions blocking out the birds and the sun. And who are the two people who will eventually become Batman's friends? Dick Grayson, or Robin, a bird, and Superman, whose powers are derived from the sun. Again, this may just be a coincidence, but if it was done intentionally, well done, Starkid. The song then dives more into how Batman is feeling, specifically this desperation he has for friendship. He literally says, "I need a friend," a few times throughout the choruses. He also shares an anecdote about a girl that he was dating, who, after only dating her for a couple of days, he said, "I love you too." And this is not something that you just casually say to someone after you've only known them for a couple of days. So not only is he bad at making friends, he's also bad at keeping them. This stunting of his emotional growth has impacted him deeply and is depriving him of the one thing that he is so desperate for. Finally, we get to the last part of the song, which is easily one of the most powerful things that Starkid has ever written. It starts simply enough with Batman singing about how much he wants a friend. He's then joined by Superman, who we met earlier in the musical, and Green Lantern, who we haven't yet, singing the same thing. Then more and more of the cast come in singing background vocals that emphasize the same theme. This demonstrates how lonely each of these characters are. To heighten this even more, things start dropping out. First, the instrumentals drop out, leaving everybody singing their parts a cappella, which is extraordinarily impressive. Then the background vocals drop out, leaving just Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern, which is gorgeous. And then finally, Superman and Green Lantern drop out, leaving Batman singing the last line completely and utterly alone. I'm not going to go into complete detail about how I feel about this show yet, because that's for the end of the musical, but what I will say here is that this is an incredibly ridiculous show. So to have this moment, this ending to this song so early in the show, is something else. This is a ridiculous show, but they're not afraid to throw this very powerful thing at you and then go back to just being ridiculous again. Starkid is here, and they're here to stay. So that is it for this week's song. Tune in next week for next week's song. See you then.
I wanna be somebody's buddy, somebody who could be my buddy back. I wanna be somebody's buddy.